look back at probably one of the most courageous military efforts that is protecting the entire world, and we don't even know the true magnitude of what this will do in the future, or what this could have become if it wasn't dealt with. In other words, the #1 state sponsor of terror with nuclear weapons, and then, of course, ballistic missiles that get longer and longer in terms of their range, what that could have meant for the United States, what that could have meant for the world. The world is a safer place tonight, is my conclusion. What's yours?
I couldn't agree more, Sean. God bless President Trump, God bless the U.S. military, and God bless the Israelis for paving the way so this mission could be as successful as it was tonight. You know, the president reiterated what you've been saying, what I've been saying for weeks now leading up to this, which is the Iranian regime has been at war with the American people for 45 years, and their pursuit of a nuclear weapon was the final straw. And I thought when President Trump said tonight that they've been killing and maiming our people, and he decided a long time ago that this was not going to continue. It's so interesting to watch the relationship between Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and President Trump, not just in the last 6 months since President Trump came back into office, but also combine that with what they did together during the first term. You know, this time around, President Trump invited Netanyahu as the first foreign leader in his second term to visit America, to come visit him at the White House to talk about these issues. He then came back in April and actually had a meeting with a number of reporters. I happened to be there at the Blair House with Netanyahu, and he talked about this relationship that he had with President Trump and how different it was from the Biden administration, how he could trust America, how he could rely on President Trump, how he was a man of his word, how they were on the same page. And now here we are today with the success of this military strike, not on one nuclear site, but 3, and a message not just to the Iranians, but to China, to the rest of the region, even to Russia. So this was a night of historic proportions. The president was courageous in making this move and making this decision. And as you said, I think we're going to see the fruits of this decision tonight play out for many, many years to come. And if the Nobel Peace Prize were worth anything anymore, I would say the president certainly deserves one.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.